In this tip, I'm talking about how to get more distance. All right, so one of the big things that pros tend to do versus amateur players is they tilt more in the downswing. So if you watch a pro, okay, pro on TV, let's say, you're gonna start with slight tilt. Okay, this could be 8 degrees, could be 12 degrees, 15 degrees, maybe even 20 degrees, okay, when they set up. Now, when a pro comes down and hits the ball, every pro, everyone, is more tilted than when they start. Okay, if you measure pros at impact from the front, like this, the typical angle is 30 degrees, right here, 30. Okay, so let's say you started at 10, fire the lower body, you're at 30. Okay, I measured mine, I'm at 25. I'm at 25 because I got a bad hip and I don't want to put pressure into my hip. So I'm a little taller, not quite tilting as much. I've worked on this and it hurts my hip. So I have reduced the amount of tilt by about 5 degrees. All right, so every pro tilts more than when they set up to it, okay? So what does the average player do? Well, the average player does not get enough tilt. The average player is trying to hit the golf ball hard with their hands and arms. And I've said this a million times now in my tips. Amateur players are up here looking at an object they're trying to hit. Problem when you do that is you go into negative tilt for a brief moment. Okay, so you're up here like this, okay? Go to the top. Let's say your swing's not bad. Okay, you hit the top like this. Now you're thinking, I'm gonna hit that ball. So what you do, you try to hit it with your arms. So you go like this with your arms and you go into negative tilt. So you started, let's say, on a 10-degree tilt. Now you're basically straight up and down or even leaning forward as you start your transition, okay? So you've lost 10 degrees, maybe even more, okay? So you're up here, I'm gonna hit this, so now you lean forward, okay? It's a quarter second from here to the ball, okay? So now watch what happens. People go like this, and then they start to tilt back. Problem is, there's not enough time to do that because you're negative 10, let's say this way. Now you gotta get to 30 if you wanna be in the same position as a tour pro, okay? So you'd have to go 40 degrees in a quarter second, and that is never gonna happen. Okay, tour pro, let's say they're on a 10-degree tilt, they only have to go 20 degrees, okay? And they're getting that because they're firing their legs and hips. I refer to it or describe it as like hitting the accelerator on a car. If you went like that, your body would go this way. That would increase the tilt. If you're up here like this, hitting this way, you're gonna go that way, okay? Because you're trying to hit the ball. So you lean forward. Now you'd have to get back, but there's not enough time to do that. In that hitting, that sends you over the top. Okay, so you're here like this, you go to the top, right here, let's say right here. Okay, you're up here, I'm gonna hit that ball. So as soon as you lean forward, you've sent the club over the top. Okay, now you're trying to recover, but there's not enough time to do that. So you always swing over the top. Let's say you lock up your wrist too, now you get the slice. And of course you hit the ball, not as far as you possibly could, okay? These are gonna be weak slices. Face comes through square to the path, you hit a pull, close to the path, pull hook. Those are better, but you're still whacking at it with your arms, not using your body, so you're still never gonna hit it as far as you possibly could. So what you have to do is start working on getting this tilt. And if you don't believe me, just look at pros on, some of the YouTube videos. Take a ruler or something and just measure the angle. You'll see they start on a slight angle and then every one of them is more. And that angle is 30 degrees because I've measured it a million times. Okay, that would be the ideal angle. So we're hitting more up at it instead of hitting down on it. Okay, that's why amateurs are hitting down on the ball because they don't have enough tilt this way to swing up at it. Okay, so I would be keeping that in mind. And then I would be doing things like just in practice swings, just understand what I'm saying to you, okay? Okay, so you're going to start on a slight tilt. This varies. Some people like more. Again, I don't tilt too much because it hurts my hip, but I'm on a slight tilt. And then go into your backswing and then tilt more, okay? Tilt more, okay? Just to even get the feeling of doing that. It's a different feeling. Visually, it looks completely different to hit a ball from back here than it does from over here. Okay, that looks totally different. So visually, you got to get used to that. It's going to change how the club is attacking. So now it's going to be attacking more from the inside. Okay, but that's what's going to give us more power because now we're making more direct contact instead of cutting across it. So your contact's going to be a little bit off. You might hit some pushes. That's okay. You know, doing a major move like this, that doesn't mean you're going to start hitting it great in like 2 seconds. This one's going to take a little work. But this one is really holding people back because they don't have the same tilt as a pro because they've been hitting it with their arms for many, many years. Okay, so you got to make that switch over. But you got to at least understand what I'm even talking about and then start to get used to it. Like I said in the beginning though, it's the most with driver, okay? Other clubs are less than 30, okay? So, but every shot is more than when you started, okay? Every pro does that, every one. So that's a big difference. Amateur players typically do not do that. If you learned as an adult, you will be hitting with your arms and you will get negative tilt. So you got to recreate that tilt and then get back more, and you don't have time to do it. So you'll just sit here forever. Okay, so I would be doing swings like that up here. Relax your arms. So if you're not hitting anything, you'd have to find a different power source. Legs and hips. That's what pros are doing. Okay, so you'd start using your legs and hips. If you fire your legs and hips, that creates this tilt. You could just manually tilt. Okay, so here, maybe watch yourself in a mirror. Okay, oh, I'm on a slight tilt because this hand's lower. I'm a little bit tilted here. Okay, I'm going to increase that. Oh, look, now the club attacks from the inside. See, it attacks from the inside, not over the top because I'm tilted back here. Good. That would be great for fixing the path of your club. And then you just keep doing that over and over. I'd maybe tee up your ball, maybe do it with irons first. And then once you kind of get that feeling of it, you got to be able to do it, obviously, with the ball, okay? So, again, it's probably not going to be great for the first few minutes. Right here, tilt, okay? I've just done it for many, many years, so that's just what I naturally do. But I'm hitting it with my legs and hips, not my hands and arms. Okay, so I just see so many people doing this. This is very important, but I don't really see anybody talking about it. So hopefully I've explained it in a way that you finally understand what's happening in your swing. So then you can start working on this better position of being tilted more, which gets you to hit a lot better shots. I truly hope you've enjoyed this tip. You know, I've been teaching a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing now since 1991. If you'd like to learn this type of swing, then click on this link right here or click the link in the description below, and I'll send you some free samples of my Body Swing book and video series that take you step by step by step through how to build a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing.